everyone. We're coming to the downhill side of the semester, and you're all doing really great. So I'm going to be opening up all the sessions today as soon as I post this. I do strongly suggest that you complete one session before going to the next so you keep everything in order, the unit exams and the chapter exams and your discussions. Remember, your project's due. Any questions, please let me know as soon as possible. It is worth 120 points, which is 20% of your grade, so it's very important to get that in. So, Chapter 12, it covers consumerism from the farm to the table. That's how foods are grown, harvested, transported, and sold, and then how we prepare it on our tables. It kind of gives us a bigger picture of what really happens to our food. Chapter 13 is food safety and technology. Some of you may have experienced sickness from eating something, so maybe you might find the answers in this chapter. Your unit exam will come after Chapter 13, and again it'll be 50 questions, 60 minutes timed. It will cover chapters 10 through 13. Then Chapter 14, it covers hunger home and abroad. Not only are people hungry in third world countries, but also here in the U.S. We'll talk about how those food insecurities do come about. Chapter 15 of nutrition is a fabulous topic. It begins the discussion in Chapter 15 of the life cycle that begins pregnancy to infancy. Then the Chapter 16 will be then from toddlers to senior citizens. When we're in Chapter 15, you'll see how diet and lifestyle is addressed for not just the mother, but the mother and the father, even before pregnancy. So many factors can affect a pregnancy and birth of a child. Chapter 15 also discusses breastfeeding, which is a very important chapter, very, very important, and a lot of people have differing opinions about it. So I hope studying this chapter will help you understand breastfeeding a little bit better. Chapter 16 then continues with the toddlers to senior citizens, and we'll be learning how senior citizens need nutrition in somewhat different ways. The senior citizens may absorb different types of nutrients in different ways, so it'll study from toddlers, teens, all the way through to senior citizens. At the end of Chapter 16, of course, you'll have your chapter exam, and it'll be your final unit exam, which will cover 14 through 16. Each session will cover the same things that we have. You'll have your discussion, except for in Chapter 16, giving you a little bit more time to study for your final and your unit exam, and your chapter exam. So, again, keep in chronological order so you keep your timeline straight. Final exam I'll talk to you about again a little bit later, but I will schedule it in the timeline where it is on the calendar and talk to you a little bit more about it as time approaches. Briefly, it will be 60 questions, 75 minutes timed. It will be comprehensive, chapters 1 through 8 and chapters 10 through 16. Just some advice on studying. You can review your PowerPoints, also go over the questions that are at the beginning of the chapters. Any of those items can be potentials for questions on the final exam. Well, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July, and I hope it brings you closer with some family and friends. Just remember, there'll be a lot of comfort food around, so moderation will work. But I hope you guys have fun and be safe. Hasta.